Hello and welcome back to Train Sim TV. We're back with another video on the TS rolling stock wagons. We're going to feature this on the Wessex main line with a scenario provided to us prior to its release from Emily Sanders. This scenario will be available around or just after the same time this video goes live, so it will be in the description once that is live. But yeah, we're having a look today. We're going to drive the scenario from I think Salisbury to Eastleigh on the Just Trains Wessex main line, and we're going to be taking a look primarily at the all new. Recently, it's not all new because it's not quite this moment. It's been about a week, I think it's been out now. It's the FZA Super Salmon wagon. There is one set of these in this rake that we are going to be driving on the scenario. So first of all, we're going to get ourselves set up and get ourselves moving, and we're going to take a look. It also actually slightly features as well, because they are included, is the RRA Barrier Wagon, which was a previous pack that got released. Slightly changed though from its initial solo release. It's now actually been re-released as a bundle with the FZA, I believe. It all slightly changed. Basically, if you bought the pack previously on its own, it's now been set as bundles. So take a look at the obviously the coffee site for TS rolling stock. All becomes clear. So this is 6 Oscar 41, 1014 Westbury Down TC to Eastleigh East Yard. Not much to say in the briefing on this one, but it says max speed 60 mile hour, obey all signals, signs, and all that jazz. So I'm just gonna plonk here. So we've got a right rake here. We've got some, I think these are mullets or something like that. Got some JNAs. And then we've got, this is the RRA, which came out a few weeks ago, probably about a month ago now. And then they all recently released FZA Super Salmon. This is a conversion wagon, which I'll go through all the information when we get moving properly away from Salisbury. But these are a rail carrying wagon, as you can see. The RRA is actually used, as you can see, it's got an overhang on the actual load. So these are obviously used to separate from the wagon ahead, and it obviously allows, if you were to have multiple of these wagons, you could have one of them, a barrier, and another one of those to allow the train to go around bends basically without obviously knocking its load off each wagon when it goes around a curve. Also, we've got some FAs and some MTAs on the rear of this as well. There's also an MHA there. There's a right rake on this, isn't there? It's actually quite nice to utilise quite a lot of wagons from various packs and developers. So we've got AP, Fastline Simulation, and TS Rolling Stock all rolled into one here. So let's get moving. Get away from here. We did leave on a yellow. This runs about 50 minutes long altogether. It's just a national drive at the end of the day. This route's been out some time now. If you haven't picked up, go pick up from Just Trains. It's, I mean, I'm allowed to be biased. It's a cracking route. I mean, I weren't involved with the route as such, so at least I can have a bit more of a stance on it. But no, it is a lovely drive, and it's nice to feature it again on another video. It's been a while. I don't think we've actually done another video since the release one. I still need to get around to do something with the 165, 166 mods, so I will look to try and fill that in somewhere, even if it's just a small video. At some points, do keep an eye on that. I'm trying to keep up with the videos. It's so hectic with work. As I always say this. I keep saying the same thing every video. It's crazy. There's so much going on. But I do want to try and get a couple of videos a week where I can, even if it's just a general scenario. It's nice though as well, because TS Rolling Stock's providing me lots of opportunity to do videos, because they're releasing wagons left, right and centre. I mean, there's another wagon that looks like it's on the very much close to the horizon. It's been teased this afternoon. It looks like potentially could be a new OTA, OBA wagon pack. It's what it looks like in the blurry picture anyway. And the RRA got updated today with a brand new sound set. If you come to look at these wagons, these RRAs are a single axle thing, as are the OBA and OTAs or whatever they are. So I wonder if they've got a new set of sounds for them wagons, and obviously they put them on here. So I need to try and listen to these. It's so hard to hear. There's so many different wagon sounds going on here. I need to get back in this cab, don't I? Let's get the junctions out of the way and actually slow down to an appropriate speed, because I normally come tearing around here like an F1 driver, and I always end up speeding going around the curve. Shouldn't do that. Should not do that. So whilst we're just doing that, so the FZA Super Salmon Wagon Pack, this is available for the grand total of, when he gets the website, £2.99. So the FZA is £2.99. However, if you already own the RRA, go for the £2.99 on its own pack. If you don't have the RRA, you do the bundle, it's £5.49. So you get 2 wagons in there. So it's worth just noting that. Because you can't buy the RRA, I believe, on its own anymore. So you ideally want to be getting the dual pack. The individual pack really is for users who already had it. So, what is this? So it contains a small selection of FZA rail-carrying vehicles or wagons known as the Super Salmons. There are only 3 of these in existence, built to 2 different designs, both featured in the pack. Due to the length of these wagons' loading bed, they're always coupled with runner wagons, making these a must-have companion with the RRA wagon pack. So included, you get the diagrams of FZA 006A, numbers 600501 and 600502, which were converted from a YEA perch between 2002 and 3. I think that's the build year for the YEA perch, that's, to be fair. And then you also get the FZA 007A, number 600500, which was converted from a prototype Salmon, which was a build of 1982. You get 3 custom loads for each wagon. You get a custom sound set recorded from similar wagons as well. Once installed, the wagons will appear as the FZA Super Salmon in the scenario editor. There are 3 different numbers to choose from in the list, so 600500, 600501 or 600502. In addition, there are 3 different loads named Load 1 to Load 3, so Load 1, Load 2, Load 3. These resemble switch and crossing parts and lengths of rails. Wagons that do not have a load name in the title are empty. However, you will notice that there are still some rails attached to them. To clear up any confusion, these are actually part of the loading bed and are always present. They protrude quite far over the wagon's buffers, meaning that the pair of RRA wagon runners are always placed at either end. Some examples as well are actually been provided. So if you're a scenario creator and you're trying to figure out what can I do with these wagons, they actually have provided some bits and pieces. So they actually, I mean, occasionally they're still being seen today carrying point rails, so point work rails to engineering sites. They're sometimes seen on ship workings between major infrastructure yards in preparation for upcoming works or for maintenance, while SRAs can be seen in many or any location in the UK if required. There are some engineering ship workings listed below that they have been known to appear on, such as Eastleigh to Hinckley, Hinckley to Bescot, Westbury to Bescot, Totem to Doncaster, Bescot to Totem, Westbury to Eastleigh, and Who Junction to Whitemoor. Quite a number of those areas are obviously provided in TS as well, so there's no doubt places where you can obviously run these. Hence how this scenario's come about. Emily's managed to find a working and put this together, and watched my previous video from the TS Rolling Stock pack that I last did, and pretty soon after obviously heard that I was looking for ideas or whatever to make a scenario and do a video with, so provided me with this to do the video with. So again, thank you for getting in touch. Makes it a lot easier for me not to make a scenario. I was struggling, really struggling, and I didn't want to make some from Who Junction. I don't like doing scenarios down that way. They scare me. Installation of the pack's really easy. It's just a case of drag and drop into your game. They don't run on installers. we use is 66702. It's part of the yes community 66 pack from AH Robinson as well, I believe. I can't tell if there's any sounds from these. I definitely have installed the mod, like the updated sounds. I think there is sound right. It's just very hard to tell because there's so many other wagons going on. I can definitely hear the FZA. It's a very nice looking wagon as well, some lovely detail in it. I'm loving the custom sound sets that have been provided for these. Just something different from the AP ones that were obviously Hero Mode wagons, so it's nice to have a bit of variation, perfectly honest with you. It's hard to tell if these actually have any sound from them. I don't know if I've installed it correctly. I'd have to obviously give that a test on their own. But the FZA definitely has sound from it, which sounds very good. Lovely running sound. I think as well these have the animated hand wheel as well. I'm just going to double check on the website and just going to go through the features actually. Definitely would be useful. Find out on that. So included obviously what should I say this time? Oh no, it does. There's actually a change of where just a handbrake animation has been fixed, so it does include that animated hand wheel and the little needle thing that presumes the left will move when it's applying or you know. Which way are we actually going here? Because I don't actually have a clue. Oh, we're going via Southampton. Tess Valley. We're going Southampton way into Reception Road number 2 at Easton. We'll go back to so you can see the you can see it's got like a mesh top on there as well. So that set of rails, it's got some wood placed on top. Interesting. Another interesting thing, it's hard to see, I don't know if you can see it, but if you look at the buffers, it's got like a section put out. I'm not sure what that is all about. All 4 buffers on all corners have this little bit missing on them, so I'm wondering what that's all about. It's interesting, different. Nice texturing as well. Got a little sticker on the side there to the right of the data pool. Some like decals, obviously when they've had work done to them. Good texture and good weathering all around. Let's put some more power on. We are we're dropping off. We'll never get there. think as well at the moment that with the current TS Classic theme is going to be trying to catch up with all the rolling stock packs. So I've still got some ATS stuff to come through. I still want to try and do the video very soon, really, for the Mark 5s, which I said I was going to do ages ago. I've just never got around to doing it. So that is looking like to be coming up quite soon. Need to get a scenario downloaded for that. There is plenty out there, to be fair, so it shouldn't be an issue. Yes, rolling stock will say there's another pack on the horizon, so we'll get that covered. And then whatever else is really out there. I'd like to do a bit more of the West of England as well. There's some bits I haven't actually put in the video yet, so I want to go back and revisit that. TSW, as of when things release, obviously there's a lot of stuff upcoming. I think Salzburg, Rosenheim, which is the next German route to come. So I think that's about a week away. Pre-orders went live this evening, from what I saw. It did get delayed for some technical issues, but it looks like they've overcome that. So the pre-orders went live this evening, I think about 6 o'clock. So when that route releases, we'll be giving that a drive. We'll probably do a full complete run end to end on a video. Look forward to having a play with that. But as with everything else, as and when things filter through, we'll be covering it. Try and keep up to date as close as possible. Obviously, time allowing around work. But as I say, I do want to try and at least keep 2 videos a week where I can, where possible, because no good having gaps of 3 to 4 weeks like I have done. I do apologise for that. Sort of my own laziness, really, as well. You might have noticed as well that you didn't hear any level crossing clunks when the barriers went down from in the cab. That has been fixed. It's not live yet. That will be going live in an updated route at some point when an update comes through. That'll filter through. It'll also filter through with any other routes through JT. But the fix has been made. It's just on my PC because obviously I've got the common library on, so just hold tight. It'll be there at some point soon. And it was 60 as well, just slightly over. We're also on Blue Lightning, which is the logo on this one. It might be the first time I've used these packages. First one. Very rare to see these used. But these are a fast line one. There's not some little chains about the tops there, look. Little lock, little bolt. Also, good news is that I feel like I've actually overcome the cold that I had whilst I was recording the last video. If I had actually recorded this a day before, which I actually did plan to do, so I probably would have been not as a good state, because I was still quite bunged up the day before. It seems to be on the shift, thank God. Hopefully I don't get another one in the next week or two, because quite frankly, having 3 cold in 2 months is no fun. I spent most of the year just blowing my nose. So we're due down the up Test Valley in about 10 minutes. I think we're too far from Romsey. Look where we are on the old map. We're going to go past Mottisfont and Dunbridge first, aren't we? And then we're going to go going past Romsey. That won't be too far. gonna try and go for a screenshot here, actually. I like this location. It gives you potential for a big sky, and you can actually do the text at the top and get some stuff in the other corner. And the lighting's on a good angle as well. Holding steady at about 58, so it's not bad. Do have a yellow, so we're not too far, obviously, from Romsey. I think it's either 20 or 30 on the crossover. I can't remember what it is. I think it's 20. It's 50 or 60 if you're carrying on to the left. Hopefully, as well, of having used the semaphore simulation 450 Southwestern, or whatever you call it, Southwestern Railway pack. I had issues on it on the stream a bit back with it. Hopefully it's working in this scenario. I did reinstall it again. I had issues with some decals around the doors where the decals were sort of like not lined up and they were sort of like on the floor. Weird. So I'll have a look at that when we're passing one, but if it's not working, then obviously we know I've got an issue. I have to back around trying to reinstall it fully, like freshly, somehow. I don't know. Not ideal, but TS always likes to present us with issues here and there, so we just encounter those and soldier on through, as always. It is 20. One of my guesses were right. Just let it coast. Find its own way. I think we're on a slight gradient. Assuming those are the new 166. Yeah, no destos. I do need to give some feedback, so hopefully by the time the scenario's out, any feedback that I give will hopefully be filtered through here, so I'll just make note of that. Same with the briefing. I didn't see a briefing at the beginning of the video. Hopefully on the release that there should be a briefing and stuff there. I'll pass that on. And also the general gist is not to go flying up to these red signals, because if there's an overspeed ramp, it will have you. I learnt the hard way a few weeks ago on a stream. Order's been given. I am going to just perch myself at the crossover. See if we can hear any crack joint sounds off the RRA. It does, I think. It's just very hard to hear it along with all the other wagons by the sounds of things. Speed a bit. So yeah, the sounds are there. It's just, I think, just drowned out a little bit by some of the other wagons. I think one of the things that probably would be nice to see is maybe some of the audio upped a bit in the volumes at test rolling stock's end. Some bits are a bit hard to hear over others, but nonetheless they are nice. And hats off obviously that they've got some new sounds as well. And also, it removes a requirement at the end of the day, because otherwise the requirement would be obviously an AP sound pack, which I believe isn't the case now. I'm just going to double check this again before I say something that's not true. Yeah, it doesn't actually say there's any requirements needed other than TS. Whereas like stuff such as the overlength wagons use the AP wagon old sound pack. But new stuff seems to be having its own stuff, which is good. So good progress in a short time from a new developer. So a short 4-mile run down the to the Upper Tess Valley. By the time of snow and how long it's taken us to get down here, I don't think it's going to be much of a stagger through Southampton down to Eastleigh. Hopefully it's a straight through run. But what I do now is have a listen to what the brakes sound like on these. Hopefully we're on a straight run through, not have to wait at the junction, which it looks that way. You can hear the screeching coming in. One thing as well, just mentioned, this actually isn't a loaded version of the wagon. I've just realised that it's actually the rails you see are pre-laid and they all stay there, part of the model. Like as in part of the actual wagon. The loads sit on top of wood beams, I believe. But yeah, the brake squeals and all the flange squeals and all that are all absolutely superb. Some of my new favourite sounds, I think. Nicely done. Not bad at all. Liking it. Especially, you can't argue, can you, at $2.99 for a wagon. Great sounds, lovely model, just great texturing all around. Something I would like to see now, I'm not sure if this is something that Guess Rolling Stock would be up for doing in future stuff, is maybe including at least one scenario with the pack. Allows users to just literally jump in and get straight in there, at least have a go. To marine turn on the right there. Remember to look out for a 450 or 444 to double check what's going on with them doors. crossed over. Whether we've been crossed over to stop at a red, I'm not too sure yet. Could be the case. We get the minute we're on the slows. It is looking likely that we could be facing a red just before Southampton. High risk bad signal that as well. Never a word you associate with me, is it? High risk and spads. Because I'm prone to the damn things. Is a red. For whatever reason. I think. There it is. There's a chance to stop and have a quick look around properly at the wagon. Oh, it's gone green. No, scratch that, it doesn't give us a chance, it's just changed. So got off to a land squeal. It's all the creaks and squeaks. I'm very much a fan of it. I think the sound I've captured really nice as well, where you have that creaking, groaning rail. I like that. Some really nice audio sounds. Good recordings. Another area that catches me out always is this curve. Normally coming in the other direction, to be fair, because you're coming in at a decent rate. Before you know it, that curve really does, like, jump at you. Perfect tractors, listen to the audio. Perfect curvature. I want to test these doors. They actually look like they're now fixed. All these yellow line stuff are like hanging down on the floor. So that one seems to be alright. That one as well. So a reinstall, that pack seems to have fixed it. Thankfully, it didn't look great at the time. Really frustrating. A short blast down to Eastleigh now. We're going to be stopping at the reception yard at number 2 in the East Yard. About 4.5 miles. Double check if our point work is all red as well. May well not be. Well, then again, it may actually well be. I'll check it a bit nearer. I'm not sure which way we're going to get into the yard yet. Also looking forward to see how busy this yard is. Something I can show you. Since obviously the last video, it was on about the lights on the runways that weren't in the build that I had at the time. Those obviously are now there. So the obviously look a lot better at night time as well, because obviously it's dark, so it'll look pretty smart. That, but obviously visible in the daytime too. It's just a nice little feature, I think. What I presume is going to be a release off Red. We should never presume, because we may be waiting for something. I mean, we've got 6 minutes to do 1.5 mile, but at 15 mile an hour, it's probably about right reasonable, to be honest. At the minute, we have actually got a red of that banner repeaters against us. A little bit of loading in there. It's obviously loading in the stock around the yard. It must be busy in there. Always come to your reds at the appropriate speed, because potentially there could be an overspeed ramp nearby. Don't be racing up to them. Unless you fancy restarting your train and sorting everything out. It's never full. So depending on what happens in a minute, we'll get over this ramp. We might actually be able to listen to the brakes actually come to, like, the wagon come to a stop. So see what they actually sound like properly with the full screech and brake rub. Nope, we're not doing that yet. We will do when we come to a stop though. Plonk myself back down here though. Oh, I do want to do that. Oh, how annoying is that? I want to press 9. Just double check. I think it actually is right. It is, it's set correctly, which is good. Don't have to worry about that. Yard's looking exceptionally busy over there. There's all sorts of wagons I can see. It's good. Actually got some of the newish wagons that have recently been released as well. It's got the box, I can see the monster wagons in there. The short ones anyway. Swordfish. I've got to give them sounds top marks, to be honest. I really am. Really like them. See what's over here. There's all sorts. Look, I do hope that we see a branding patch. A lot of engineering trains are formed around this area, hence the types of wagons you can see. So we are clear to continue through this signal. We've got the indicator for X, which means the yard. Again, there's another new thing on there. Although it's got some issues with the numbers, we'll ignore that. It's got I can't see it in there, but there is actually a 73.9 cab going on. All sorts of stuff going on. Wow. Not quite sure why it's got a class 43 number on it though. But yeah, 73.9. That's free, by the way, to download. Just obviously have to have some requirements to do it, but it's a free mod. That's off ATS. I might not have installed the skin correctly. It might be my end. We're going to do this properly, well, because there's actually a stop board here. We'll stop here and then we'll proceed. Actually gives us a chance to listen to these weapons quickly. Right, we've been given permission. We'll proceed. We're going to do it properly, aren't you? What drivers would do, they would stop there and gain permission. What's going on here whilst we're just trundling along? It's some various sheds and bits and bobs. That's Kosa. You've got the railroaders shed in here. There's the monster wagons. Get to use them. I'm not actually used the tall ones yet, but we've made it enjoyable little run. That nice, and obviously gets to use that new wagon. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Do go and grab the pack. It's all in the description as well. Scenario go live, and I'll add it to the description once it is all live. It shouldn't be too far. It should be around about. So we did say I'd get the video up, and Emily said that should put the scenario up around the same time. I think obviously pending approval and everything from TSC, but once it's live, I'll put it in the description, of course. So yeah, excellent stuff. We'll bring it to a stop here, and that is all. So thank you for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit your notification bell for future videos. Catch on Twitch on a Friday and Sunday as well. Trace TV. Trace _TV, that is. And yeah, that is that. So thank you very much. Take care for now. See you again very soon for another video. And yeah, bye.